Hi, I'm Justin from Cloud9 Spain. We're a real estate company based here in Marbella, covering the whole of the Costa del Sol. And today I'm delighted to be joined by Peter Franca. He's the founder and managing partner of Franca de la Fuente Lawyers. Good morning, Peter, and thanks for being able to join me today.
Good morning, Justin.
Today, Peter, we're going to discuss the process for clients wishing to pursue residency in Spain via the Golden Visa scheme. Just a quick recap. What are the conditions for clients looking to gain a Golden Visa here in Spain?
All right. First of all, the requirement is to make an investment in real estate, in Spanish real estate. Now, that can be a residential property, of course, also be other properties, but the most common thing is, of course, foreigners buying a second home. So it's a real estate investment of 500,000 euros to start with, net. And then there are other certain requirements that you need to fulfill. You need to show that you have sufficient financial means to live in Spain for you and for your family, who can actually apply as second applicants as well. You need to carry a private medical health insurance. You need to have a clean criminal record. And the number when we're talking about this financial sufficient funds are around 28,000 euros for one individual.
Yes.
And then, of course, a bit more if also the family are applying.
So basically, the Spanish government's basically looking to make sure that these people are not going to be a burden on the state.
Correct.
They're completely self-independent.
Correct.
Excellent. What is the actual process for application once you have secured and purchased your property?
Well, first of all, the investors will work together with a professional broker like yourself, and probably they will discuss this option maybe at an early stage. Maybe a lawyer get involved as well, to clarify that they would be able to apply for it. And they find the real estate that matches the requirement of 500,000 euros. And then they go through the traditional buying process in Spain, usually between 6 to 8 weeks from having the offer accepted until the property is registered in your name. Then another 5 to 6 weeks to finalize the post-sale process, including the confirmation of you as owner in the Spanish land registry. So when you have come through that process, in total, let's say from acceptance of offer to a final registration in the Spanish land registry, I would say it's around 3 months' time.
Around 3 months, yeah.
And then you receive a certificate from the land registry here in Spain. And with that proof that you own the real estate, you will be eligible to be confirmed as a Golden Visa resident here in Spain.
Superb. And when you actually make the application to the immigration department in Spain, do you receive a specific confirmation, so basically we can follow in a timely manner that it has been accepted and that the process is starting?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's in a pretty simple administrative process.
Yep.
Without any major complications, really. So, and we can start this file at an earlier stage because we can gather the information about the financials, means, private health insurance, etc., right? So you have those documents already gathered. And then with the final piece of paper would be the certificate from the land registry. And together with all the other documents, you have a complete file to hand into the ministry.
Superb. And with respect to timescales, and I know it's very difficult to give anything specific, but roughly how long have we been experiencing the process to take in the past?
Well, the Spanish Golden Visa is actually the quickest in Europe. So I would say on average it's around 3 months' time from application. To approval.
Can Golden Visa property owners rent their property? And are there any special regulations for us to be aware of?
The Golden Visa regime provides you with the opportunity to travel freely within the Schengen. That's a big point, something important to point out. Of course, you're free to rent your property without any limitations.
And if a client was looking to sell their property, which has the address and is the vehicle for their golden visa application. Can they buy another property? Could they, for example, I've got inquiries from clients that don't have a lot of time to come here, and there's not a lot of personal choice in the purchase initially. It's a vehicle in order for them to start the ball rolling on their golden visa. So with my clients that are purchasing properties available now, obviously we need properties available now. We can't be purchasing off plan because we need the title deed to make the application. For those clients that have bought a pure investment property, which isn't necessarily the property they're going to want to live in when they come to Spain, can they always buy another property? Can they always upgrade the property and then sell their actual investment that they took initially?
They can make upgrades. They can buy something else, as long as they always continuously fulfill the requirements for the golden visa. So you need to be an owner of a real estate of a minimum value of 500,000 euros.
Yeah.
Then you can just to make sure that you always have that asset. You can buy something else, move into that property, sell the one that you bought first, and continue to be eligible for the regime.
Fantastic, that's super. It gives the flexibility that I think a lot of people are looking for, because they're not ready to make that permanent home choice and commitment now. They are conscious of the urgency that they need to get their application in and get the process moving. And lastly, from me, Peter, a lot of my international clients are really limited on time, as many of us are these days. And we get a lot of inquiries from the US, Canada, and I'm getting inquiries now as well from the Middle East and Southeast Asia. So quite long distances for people to travel. What can you do in order to, one, save the client time and help them throughout this whole process with regards to power of attorney?
Yeah, I think it's getting more and more common that investors actually buy from their home country, remotely, so to speak, actually. So with a power of attorney, as you correctly mentioned, we can take care of all the legal steps that are necessary for them to buy the property, and to provide them with the service to apply for the golden visa as well. So they don't actually have to travel to Spain. We can help them with everything.
So they can do everything remotely, and you would send them and hold their hand through the process of them actually having to get the power of attorney.
We will prepare a power of attorney, and that will be signed. And this depends on where the country where they live. And they will go to an official body in that country to sign that, get that power of attorney signed by a notary or another public figure, and send that power of attorney to us in original. With that, yes, we can help them with everything.
That will simplify the process an awful lot for an awful lot of people. Peter, thank you ever so much for explaining the process of applying for the golden visa. And if anyone would like any further information at all from myself or from Peter, please do not hesitate to get in contact with us. We'll be pleased to hear from you.